Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome to A Course in Miracles. I'm Teri Angel here with my co-host, Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
And our wonderful family that has come together tonight to hold a discussion, and anyone coming in virtually out there in the ethers, welcome, welcome. So we have with us tonight Christine, Auntie Jean, Charlie, Melanie, and Bea for the first time. So welcome to all of you. We are up to day 44. So surreal that it has happened this fast, but it did. And Karen, as always, if you would please just open us up and get us ready to receive this message and this lesson that's coming from the Course.
I'd be so honored. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. So this is our time to really join in this absolute oneness. So we invite everyone to just close your eyes as long as it's a safe place where you can be, letting go of all distractions, all delusions, letting go of any duality, any differences, and any disappointments, and just allowing yourself to just come into this moment, feeling so loved, so peaceful, resting in this comfort, and just using my words as a guide to lead you home, to bring you into the place where you've never left, and trusting with certainty that we are being given true perception. And we trust that this beautiful way of seeing will be easy and gentle. And we're so grateful that we have a loving, supportive family, a place where we feel safe, a place where we know we can share whatever needs to be shared. There's no right, no wrong, no good, no bad. There's no punishments. There's no guilt. There's no shame here. We just are living and being the presence of love. Christ's vision has one law. It does not look upon a body and mistake it for the Son whom God created. It beholds a light beyond the body, an idea beyond what can be touched, a purity undimmed by errors. Pitiful mistakes and fearful thoughts of guilt from a dream of separation. It sees no separation, and it looks on everyone, on every circumstance, all happenings, and all events without the slightest fading of the light it sees. So let's just feel into that web of light. Take a moment to think about all the ways that your light touches this world. Think of each strand in that web as a welcome, and that you are divine hospitality, welcoming everyone, because the web is where everyone belongs. And we are holding a vision of this web of love to co-create a world that works for all. We are holding this vision for all those who may be unaware of their light, who may feel that they've lost their light, who may feel that they never had a light. And we hold that light, holding the vision and seeing each and every expression beyond the body, beyond all illusions. We rest and we trust and we listen as we allow ourselves to be love's presence. As we gently come back to this moment, we just know with certainty that something has been shifted, a miracle has happened, and we have opened to see above all else differently.
Thank you. Thank you for such a beautiful way of really seeing that love is the only thing that's real. There is only love. And when we go into that special place that you guide us to into our heart, we all feel that oneness with each other in that arena of love, because that's all that there is. Oh, I've been looking forward to hearing how everybody did with this lesson. God is my source. I cannot see apart from him. Christine.
I saw the sunrise to a night in my backyard, and thank you for the gratitude base to it day too. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Christine was my gratitude person of the day.
Oh,
I'm so grateful for the light that she
yeah.
out.
Oh, wonderful.
Are we on lesson 44?
33.
We're doing lesson 43 because today we all did the lesson, and then we teach what the current lesson is, which is 44, and we'll all do that all day tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, we do the day like a day. We're a day late.
Well, it's because we want to discuss it. If we had started and, you know, we wouldn't have had the discussion of how it affected us. So that's why it works the way it does.
Oh, interesting.
We learned the lesson, that we're going to.
And then tomorrow we'll be focusing on 44.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Which is a beautiful angel number, by the way.
Yay.
Absolutely.
I love that number, obviously. So how'd y'all do? Were you able to take the time to do the exercises?
You know, when you were helping us reach our hearts, reach our safe place, and you were talking, I don't know exactly what made me reminded me of it, but I like to have a light on at night. I didn't have to worry with Teri because she usually has a light on because she talks to the angels all night. But you know, I don't want it bright so I can sleep. So I put a scarf or a sweater or something over the light so that it's a little dimmer. But what's happening with this Course in Miracles, I feel like that light represents God's vision, God's light. And I've been taking that scarf off of the light. So what I'm starting to see now so clearly is the love that's there, I think, is the only way to explain it. And it's not just people, it's everything. You know, it's animals, it's things, it's the sun, I'm starting to appreciate the beauty of everything because I'm seeing it the way God sees it. And so it's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. And I just wanted to share that with you all.
Thank you. It's beautiful.
Well, for me, I had a hard time with this one, unfortunately. I mean, I kept on reminding myself, God is my source. I cannot see apart from him. But it was a challenging day for me. I guess because it was Sunday, it was the Super Bowl, and it was kind of hectic, you know. So, maybe that's why. But today I'm back in my normal self, and it feels much better to be back, in that place of peace and back on track. Especially being in a group like this, I just love being in groups because it just brings me back it just centers me back. So thank you so much, Karen, for that beautiful meditation, guided meditation. I really like that. I really needed that,
Yeah, and it's really beautiful for you to accept that you had a struggle with it. When we allow ourselves and give this to spirit, that's all that we're left. That's all that's left for us to do now, is just admit that it's hard and admit that this world isn't doing what we would hope that it would do for us, and that we want to see another world, and we're ready for that. And just acknowledging that sometimes these exercises can be challenging is giving the opportunity to see things differently. So that's beautiful.
I was just looking right here on the second page, and it says, I see through the eyes of forgiveness. I see through the eye. I see the world as blessed. The world can show me myself. I see my own thoughts, which are like God's. That is so beautiful, such beautiful words, It just gives me so much peace when I read that. And I really miss that. I really, really miss that, So I'm just so very grateful that there's a way to go back to that peace, Even if we drift away for a while, it's going back to that place. It's just so wonderful. to know that it's still there waiting for us.
Yeah, and if you're in the group and the lessons for miracles on Facebook, I posted two other perspectives of other people's lessons that they did. My good friend Teri, who is the person who published the Sparkly edition, did his versions of the lessons, and they're very, very insightful and helpful. And he really makes it very simple and fun, and he lightens up the whole heaviness of like that it's an exercise, you know. He just lightens it up. So I just encourage people to, I'm going to post every day his information out there, because in the group, because I really love his lightheartedness of it.
I don't know about the books. I mean, the Facebook group. So maybe you can somehow post a link. Or
Yeah,
maybe send
I
me
will. B, did you find us through Meetup? B?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I will post that link in Meetup for the Facebook group.
Thank you.
Who wants to come into it?
Sounds wonderful. I love the
yeah,
way
it's
that
a
you
wonderful
have
group. There's a wonderful, wonderful group of people there.
Mhm.
And people,
Oh.
a lot of people are posting fun stuff there.
Really? Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to go check it out.
So glad you found us. And you know, when we have those rough days, it's really good to know there's some support, and you can reach out to any of us at any time, and we'll just
That's
send you
wonderful.
love. That's what we do. We're a family that loves together.
Oh, thank you. That's
Welcome
wonderful.
to the family.
It's wonderful to have such people around, you know. It's very seldom, it's very rare to see that in the world nowadays, but I'm glad that because of the fact that we have this thing in common, we are so willing to be that, you know, light for others, to share that light, to be open like that. And we don't lose anything. It's so abundant, right? Yeah. Thank you. I don't want to take so much time. I think someone else has something to say. I think Melanie has something to say.
I can't wait. It's fine. Only if you finished, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm finished.
So for me, today, you know, I was reading something that it says that I have the ability to change others into deities. And I really experienced that, you know, that's as a children of God, you know, of sitting in totally as just with all the perfection that God has made them. And then I remember that I went for a walk, and then in the walk, you know, I remember that, okay, his presence, that something will tell me, don't even say that you are alone. And then, you know, I remember that I was like, yes, then, you know, it was like immediately, I was so happy because also, you know, yesterday we were talking something, right? That we're never separated, right? Something like that from God. And, and I feel so happy. I felt I didn't even have a chance to say I am by myself. And I enjoyed the whole walk, and, you know, I didn't even go, you know, normally I go with my phone and, you know, listening something. And then this time I said, I'm gonna go without the phone, no phone. And yes, you know, I did notice that also, that when there was a lady that I called like 3 or 4 days ago, and the lady, and I know the lady, you know, it's supposed to be very nice, right? And I noticed that I was not gonna let, I had to call her. And then suddenly she called me today, but I did know that I had to cut it immediately before she continue, but not by not rudeness, right? But when I did that, I felt the, like we were saying, that God's presence was with me. And I was like, probably it took me 1 second because, I was like, and then I was like God, talking to me, God's presence is within me. I do not take sorrows. And God says that I do not take sorrow and I cannot give sorrow to anyone. So I did very good. God is always present. So he does not judge. He's not gonna tell the lady, you did bad to her, or I did bad to you. I did that. So I was happy. And then I immediately came to this meeting and I said, I'm gonna see, let's see what else I'm going to learn. And that's all.
Oh, thank you for sharing that, Melanie. Wonderful. Charles, did you want to share anything tonight?
I did the lesson and I had a hard time with it. Just remembering what the lesson was, but I just went, like putting all the lessons together, and just, and that's almost like where I'm at. Like pure presence is with me. God goes with me wherever I go, and it's just that feeling of God being with you and in you and around you, and just when you take that time and go into that sacred space of just going, getting rid of the everyday chatter that goes on in your mind and settling back and being able to connect like that, and I forgot, I had to keep, looking at the book or even the thing I write or what it was today, but it's almost like they all come together, all the lessons, and it's one big lesson, that we're learning. And it's more of a feeling. It's like, wow. And then when I go out into the world, I'm just so happy, and even today, when they throw a monkey wrench into it, and my day isn't supposed to go the way it's supposed to go. And, I still get things done that have to get done, I mean, it wasn't the way I planned it, but it was the way God planned it. So it's all fine. Yeah.
Beautiful. And yeah, I agree, Charlie. I believe that was Jesus's plan when he dictated this course. We're all learning and we're growing as we do all of the exercises. And then it's just like second nature. They're all there. We already have the knowledge. I love from the insights. It says, I feel my ego being confused and resistant to today's idea. This lesson is saying the ego is not my source. God is my source. I cannot see apart from him. My ego shows me nothing but its capriciousness, its pain, its anxiety, its depression. I am truly blessed to have Holy Spirit as my guide, as he takes my hand and leads me to God, to joy, to comfort, to love and peace. God is the source and I follow. I cannot see joy apart from him. I'd like to share a conversation I had today. I was on the phone with a friend planning an event we're going to do. And she shared with me someone she's going to introduce me to. And this lady, she got up one morning and she looked in the mirror and she couldn't see her physically. She could not see her physical self. The only thing that she saw when she looked in the mirror were eyes. And so as she, it was weird, but she went on her day. And as she went about her day, that's all she saw. And when she saw people, she just saw their eyes. So eventually her physical seeing did come back to where she was seeing, the whole body. But the point was that it taught her to release the ego thought that we are a form, that we are walking around in these human bodies, and to just only see God, only see through the eyes of God, because she heard that voice. As she could only see eyes, she heard the voice of God and the voice of Jesus very clearly, telling her to only look, not to look at what might be a preconceived idea of what somebody is like, but just see them, see the real them. And I love that story. And I'm like, yeah, I would have been kind of freaked out, if I couldn't see anything else. But what a beautiful story, I think, of how God will help us focus, and we cannot see apart from God. That is the lesson for today. And when she was sharing me that, or from yesterday, and when she was sharing that with me, I'm like, wow, that just fits right there into the Course in Miracles. So,
and the Course explains that to us too. It's a feeling state. It's what Charlie's talking about is that he's moving out of the illusion of fear, and he's getting more into the trust of love. And so he's, when he's saying that he's just feeling stuff and he can't remember what the lesson was, but he knows that he's with God and that God is with him, that is the lesson. So it's like, yeah. It's, what happens is at the end of these 365 days, we get the same lesson over and over again that says, be you in charge, Holy Spirit. And that I would follow you, certain that your direction will bring me peace. And that's that's where we're heading towards. So it's a blessing that you're, I would say be gentle with that, and, just enjoy the ride, and don't let the ego tell you that you're doing anything wrong. Just like we've said, just play in that feeling state of, wow, this just feels so good. I love this feeling. So let's see what the lesson for tomorrow
before you do the lesson, can we just say hello to everybody that's on with us?
Yeah.
We have Kathy Hand, Isabel Reese. Hi, darling.
Hi, Isabel.
Kim Coles-Vidner from Atlanta. Oh, Kim, I miss you. Thank you for being here with us. And our darling Grace Isis. Gracie says, yes, a feeling of remembrance for me, because I know this within. So it was pure lightness of being. Thank you, Gracie. All right, so let's get to day 44's lesson.
All right, so this is God is the light in which I see. Today, we are continuing the idea for yesterday, adding another dimension to it. You cannot see in darkness, and you cannot make light. You can make darkness and then think you see in it, but light reflects life and is therefore an aspect of creation. Creation and darkness cannot coexist, but light and life must go together. Being but different aspects of creation. In order to see, you must recognize that light is within, not without. You do not see outside yourself, nor is the equipment for seeing outside you. An essential part of this equipment is the light that makes seeing possible. It is with you always, making vision possible in every circumstance. Today, we are going to attempt to reach that light. For this purpose, we will use a form of exercise which has been suggested before and which we will utilize increasingly in its particularly difficult form for an undisciplined mind, and represents a major goal of mind training. It requires precisely what the untrained mind lacks. Yet this training must be accomplished if you are to see. Have at least 3 practice periods today, each lasting 3 to 5 minutes. A longer time is highly recommended, but only if you find the time slipping by with little or no sense of strain. The form of practice we will use today is the most natural and easy one in the world for the trained mind, just as it seems to be the most unnatural and difficult for the untrained mind. Your mind is no longer wholly untrained. You are quite ready to learn the form of exercise we will use today, but you may find that you will encounter strong resistance. The reason is very simple. While you practice in this way, you leave behind everything that you now believe. And all the thoughts that you have made up, properly speaking, this is the release from hell. Yet perceived through the ego's eyes, it is your loss of identity and its descent into hell. If you can stand aside from the ego by ever so little, you will have no difficulty in recognizing that its opposition and its fears are meaningless. You might find it helpful to remind yourself from time to time that to reach light is to escape from darkness. Whatever you may believe to the contrary, God is the light in which you see. You are attempting to reach him. Begin the practice period by repeating today's idea with your eyes open, and then close them slowly, repeating the idea several times more. Then try to sink into your mind, letting go every kind of interference and intrusion by quietly sinking past them. Your mind cannot be stopped in this unless you choose to stop it. It is merely taking its natural course. Try to observe your passing thoughts without involvement and slip quietly by them. While no particular approach is advocated for this form of exercise, what is needful is a sense of the importance of what you are doing. It is inestimable value to you and an awareness that you are attempting something very holy. Salvation is your happiest accomplishment. It is also the only one that has any meaning, because it is the only one that has any real use to you at all. If resistance rises in any form, pause long enough to repeat today's idea, keeping your eyes closed, unless you are aware of fear. In that case, you will probably find it more reassuring to open your eyes briefly. Try, however, to return to the exercises with eyes closed as soon as possible. If you are doing the exercises correctly, you should experience some sense of relaxation and even a feeling that you are approaching, if not actually entering, into light. Try to think of light as formless and without limit as you pass by the thoughts of this world. And do not forget that they cannot hold you to the world unless you give them the power to do so. Throughout the day, repeat the idea often with your eyes open or closed, as seems better to you at the time. But do not forget, above all, be determined not to forget today.
Our assignment. And I love that. So looking with the eyes and just seeing the light. I love it. Thank you, Karen. Thank you to everyone who joined in tonight for the discussion. We are going to go into the chanting part for those of you who would like to be there for that. And our first chant is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And Karen, I'm going to fix the restream if you'll share about that.
Okay, so this is where we chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. And then beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in a short meditation on freedom, and then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed.
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
We declare that all illusions and illness be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namaha.
Let's take a breath into our heart center, going right into where that peace is inside of us. When we let go and release of any perceived barriers or obstacles, we come to a place that just feels so right and so in alignment. And that's the freedom that we have when we let go of ego thoughts and let go of things that may be standing in our way. There is only love. So as you tap into that energy inside of your heart right now, just feel that love, let it lift you higher, up, up, up to a higher plane. And that's where we're going to stay as we do our next chant. The chant is known as the miracle chant. It's chanted around the world. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Karen, would you talk about that, please?
Yes, this is where we allow the miracles to flow across the universe. So we will do this 3 times slow, and then we'll do our 108 count all together. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Nam Myoho Myoho Renge
Oh,
Kyo. Nam
Joe,
Myoho Renge
now
Kyo.
we Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
oh, we
Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
no, we
Nam
Joe,
Myoho Renge
oh,
Kyo.
we Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
we
Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
we
Nam
Joe,
Myoho Renge
Joe,
Kyo.
we Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
no,
Kyo.
we
Nam
Joe,
Myoho Renge
we
Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
we
Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
oh, we
Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
Yo, we
Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
yo,
Kyo.
we Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
oh,
Kyo.
we Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
oh,
Kyo.
we Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
we
Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Joe,
Nam Myoho
no,
Renge Kyo.
we Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
oh,
Kyo.
we Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Yeah.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
we Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
oh,
Kyo.
we Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
no,
Kyo.
we Joe,
Nam Myoho Renge
oh,
Kyo. Nam
we
Myoho
Joe,
Renge
oh,
Kyo.
we Joe.
Nam Myoho Renge
Oh,
Kyo.
we
Nam
go,
Myoho
yeah,
Renge Kyo.
oh, we go,
Nam Myoho Renge
oh,
Kyo.
we
Nam
go,
Myoho Renge Kyo.
yeah,
Nam
oh,
Myoho
we
Renge Kyo. Nam
go,
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
oh,
Kyo.
we go,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
no,
Myoho Renge
no,
Kyo.
we
Nam
go,
Myoho Renge
oh,
Kyo.
we
Nam
go,
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Joe,
Myoho Renge Kyo.
oh,
Nam
Joe,
Myoho Renge Kyo.
oh,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
no,
Nam
we
Myoho Renge
know
Kyo.
we go.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
We don't,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
don't,
Myoho Renge
yeah,
Kyo.
we did,
Nam
Joe.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Well,
Renge
we
Kyo.
did, Joe.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
We
Nam
Joe.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Yeah, oh,
Nam
we,
Myoho Renge Kyo.
oh,
Nam
we,
Myoho Renge Kyo.
we, Joe.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Joe.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
Oh,
Kyo.
we, Joe.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Yeah,
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
well,
Myoho Renge
oh,
Kyo.
we did,
Nam Myoho
Joe.
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
We
Renge
did,
Kyo.
Joe.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
Oh,
Kyo.
we
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Oh, we
Nam
did.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
We did,
Nam
Joe.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Yeah.
Renge
Oh,
Kyo.
we do.
Nam Myoho Renge
Oh,
Kyo.
we
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Yeah.
Myoho Renge
Yeah.
Kyo.
We
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge
Oh,
Kyo.
we
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
well, we
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge
Oh,
Kyo.
we
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Oh, we
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
We
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
Oh,
Kyo.
we do.
Nam Myoho Renge
Oh,
Kyo.
we did,
Nam
Joe.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Oh,
Nam
we
Myoho
did,
Renge Kyo.
Joe.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Yo,
Nam
we
Myoho
did,
Renge
Joe.
Kyo. Nam
Joe,
Myoho Renge Kyo.
we
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Meow.
Nam Myoho Renge
Meow,
Kyo.
we did,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
yo, we
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
Yo,
Kyo.
we
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
We
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Meow.
Renge Kyo. Nam
Yo,
Myoho Renge Kyo.
meow, do.
Nam Myoho Renge
Meow,
Kyo.
meow,
Nam Myoho
we
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
do.
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Yo,
Renge Kyo.
we
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Yeah,
Myoho Renge Kyo.
we
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Now
Nam
we
Myoho
do.
Renge Kyo. Nam
Do.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Do.
Myoho Renge
Yeah.
Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Yeah.
Nam Myoho
Do.
Renge Kyo.
Well, we
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Oh,
Nam
we
Myoho
did.
Renge Kyo.
Do.
Nam
Do.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
We
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Do.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Meow.
Nam
Do.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
Do.
Kyo.
We do.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
We
Nam
do.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Yo,
Nam
we
Myoho Renge Kyo.
do. We do.
Namya
Nam
ho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
We do.
renge
Meow. Day.
go back to our breath. Just breathe deeply into your lungs to connect in with your heart center. Hold the feeling of love. Love is the only thing that's real. So as you feel into that energy in your heart, that's what you're feeling. The realness of love, the connecting energy between you and your higher self, between you and God. And every night we chant Om 3 times. Om is the cosmic sound of God. So as we chant that beautiful sound, just send love, yourself to the Creator. And then we're going to stay in that energy of love, connecting our heart and our brain together. Then we'll give that love out into the world wherever it's needed. So take a deep breath in to connect, and let's begin the chanting of Om. Om. Now you're invited to feel that energy. Let it just really take over your body as you just experience the love from the Creator, holding it in your heart with your in-breath, and then releasing it out to the world, sending that intention along with it, that whoever feels that energy will know that it came from the highest power that is. It came from God, and we are the oneness, the spark of the divine that's all gathered together right here in this moment. So breathe in love and breathe out love. Breathe in joy and breathe out joy. And breathe in peace. And breathe that peace out over the world, down into the center of our dear planet Earth. Just let the whole world be immersed by this wave of love that we're sending forth. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Peace. Peace, peace. It's our prayer that this love, joy, and peace that we sent forth into the world reach those hearts who need to receive it, who are just looking for a light in the dark. Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin in each of our hearts. Om Shanti. Oh, thank you. Thank you all for chanting with us tonight. And our miracle Marlene is here. Thank you, darling Marlene. I think Grace Isis may still be with us. So every night we make a declaration that there is peace on earth. And Jean, would you guide us in that declaration tonight?
I'd love to. Every night we make the same declaration that there is peace on earth, and that peace begins inside of us. And we do this with confidence because we know there is peace, There's peace in all of our hearts. And there's millions of people who chant this chant to make sure that the vibrations of the earth feel our peace. So we invite you to make this declaration along with us on the count of 3. 3,
2,
1.
We declare
Declare
that there is peace on earth. And we declare that that peace begins inside of us.
Forever and
ever.
Ever.
Amen.
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 And a very important thing, be kind.
Yeah, be kind, definitely.
Yes.
And we've been doing this for 987 days now as a group known as
The
Peace.
people
Peace.
for Peace.
What a beautiful movement.
And we're all P's here. Teri's a P, Marlene's a P, Gracie's a P, Karen's a P, B is a P, and her name rhymes with P. And Charlie's a P, and Christine's a P, and Sunny's a P too, Christine.
Yes,
And all the P's out there, and there's going to be more and more. So wouldn't you like to be a P too? Come join us.
Come join. We do it every night. Gracie is still with us, and Gracie reminds us that the hills are alive. The chanting, the feeling of peace, and the smiles on faces.
Yep.
Us, pieces coming around the corner when we chant. Pieces coming around the corner when we chant. Pieces coming around the corner. Smiles on the faces. Pieces coming around the corner when we chant. Yes. And be kind. Be kind to everyone and everything. And everything. Thank you. Thank you to everyone that was here tonight. So much love.
We have the book call tonight, so.
Okay.
I to me
God
this
makes the river flows, the book.
Bye, Chris.
Bye. I had to watch. Bye.
This is from Jewish liturgy. It's the Sabbath prayer. Only for God doth my soul wait in stillness. For him cometh my hope. He alone is my rock and my salvation. I shall not be moved. Show me thy ways, O Lord. Teach me thy paths. Guide me in thy truth. Whom have I in heaven but thee? And having thee, I desire none else upon earth. My flesh and my heart fail, but God is my strength and my portion forever. Wait for the Lord, be strong, and let thy heart take courage. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. When many cares perplex me, they comfort, delights my soul. My times are in thy hands, and thou wilt guide and sustain me even unto the end. With thee is the fountain of life. In thee, light, do we see light.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
I love that.
You.
Thank you so much.
See you tomorrow.
That goes with our Course in Miracles.
Everything goes with
Yes, right on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And B, thank you for joining us tonight. It's a delight to have you with us.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, we're going to
I'll
leave
back
it
to
with the message of stay in your hearts and stay blessed and be kind one to another. We will see you again tomorrow. We leave you with
Namaste.
Yo.
bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh.